All right, let's bring in Senator Rand Paul to talk more about this. Sir, good to have you on. In your estimation, how on earth did this become the deal? Just zero fiscal responsibility whatsoever.
My goodness, you look at it and you wonder, where are the conservatives? I mean, if this is supposedly a conservative deal that Republicans got something from, there are no real cuts in spending. Basically, there are cuts in the proposed rate of increased spending, but the budget still explodes. I mean, they're going to add $4 trillion in debt over the next 2 years, and it's even worse than that. That's the estimate, but they don't put a dollar figure in there. They just say spend as much as you can. There's no limit to how much money they can borrow. There's only a date. So for 2 years, they can borrow as much as they want. And actually, we do have leverage in these negotiations. We've squandered it this time, but by pushing it out 2 years, we'll have a new Congress by then, so it'll be new people. But no, I think this is an absolute disaster for conservatives. They shouldn't tolerate it, and they should watch how their representatives vote. And boy, we need new ones. If anybody supports this that you think is a conservative, we need to send them home.
Senator Mike Lee tweeted out, after the House passed Limit Save Grow, 43 senators signed my letter praising it, committed to opposing any bill raising the debt ceiling without substantive spending and budgetary reforms. This has growing opposition in the House, but I think it's not nearly enough. But is Mike Lee alluding to the idea that maybe this crashes and burns in the Senate?
You know, I don't think that there's enough. What will happen is all the Democrats will vote for this in the Senate, and about half of the Republicans, who are what I call the big government Republican caucus, is about half of the Republican caucus. They will all vote with the Democrats to raise the debt ceiling as well. This is unfortunate, but it's just the way it is.
They're going to break that promise, the promise that they gave Mike Lee?
Well, they're going to interpret it in a way in which they say they're not breaking it. But I will offer an alternative for conservatives. I will offer to have new spending caps, and my spending caps would lead to a balanced budget within 5 years. And also then we would raise the debt ceiling $500 billion, a specific amount, which means we'd be back here in 6 months to a year having to have this same thing, the same debate happen again. And I think we would be able to extract maybe even more spending limits the next time around.
Yeah, but they're not going to listen to you, are they? They're going to go on with this thing.
No, but it'll separate the men from the boys. It'll separate the conservatives from the liberals. And what we'll end up having is you'll see who the 20 or 25 Republicans are who have the courage to vote for a balanced budget.
Right.
So we have had this vote before where we vote for a balanced budget to the Constitution, an amendment. And in the amendment, it says that the budget has to balance within 5 years. All the Republicans vote for that amendment. But when push comes to shove and I put forward what it would actually take, which are significant cuts in spending across the whole bandwidth of the budget, we'll find that there's about 20 or 25 who have the courage to vote for this. But 20 or 25 of them will vote with the Democrats. In the House, it's going to be the same thing. Large numbers, the majority of the caucus will vote with the Democrats to raise the debt ceiling $4 trillion over 2 years, which I think is crazy.
It is. It's fiscal insanity. That's what it is. Senator, thank you so much.
Thank you.